I think we good. I think we good. Let's start this right. There we go. Yeah. Let's bring that back. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all already know what time it is, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild, episode 101. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother, Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us today. And appreciate y'all. Day one's already in the chat. And y'all already know how we get down. We got a jam-packed show as always, and we gonna get right to it. You heard?
You already know we on episode 101. Who would have thought we would have got to 101? That's a lot of episodes. That's syndication right there. So we syndicated right now. So just real special accomplishment that we set out to accomplish, and we did it. And of course, we didn't do it by ourselves. We did it with y'all support, especially them day ones. Rowan Jack, Winter Breeze in the building, and a couple other few I already know was in the building. So again, thank y'all straight from the heart, straight from the gut. You know what I'm saying? We had a stone cold great time for episode 100. If you missed the live episode, then you can always go back and watch the rewatch. The rewatch is available. So make sure you go and tap into that. A lot of chuckles, a lot of laughs, you know what I'm saying? Episode 99, another chuckles, a lot of laughs, you know what I'm saying? We try to give y'all that great energy each and every show and information. So again, thank y'all. We on the path to get to 10,000 subscribers for this channel. So again, make sure y'all continue to tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to like, subscribe, share, and hit the all notification bell. And also tap into our membership page. There's different access for different parts of the membership. So make sure y'all tap in. Don't forget to stay engaged throughout the show. Hit that chat. Hit that chat. Chat is a lifeline to us. So if you don't hit the chat, then we don't know what you're thinking and what you're saying. So hit the chat, y'all. All right, first segment of the night. Y'all already know what time it is. Popular opinions. These are the world's questions. So stick to the answers in the chat. All right, or stick to the answers in the questions, I should say. All right, first question of the night. Best Cameron song on this list. Best Cameron song on this list. For those who don't know, the rapper Cameron, before he became the Is What It Is guy, sports guy, him and Mace, he was actually a gangster rapper, and he was one of the best. So, best Cameron song on this list. Number 1, Old Boy. Number 2, Hey Ma. Number 3, Down and Out. Number 4, What Means the World to You.
Damn.
That's a tough list, dog. That's a tough list right there. That's a tough list. That list comes down to preference. What would you rather hit? That's a tough list, bro. I'm just saying. Tough list.
I mean, shout out to Mr. Cameron, because that's a hard list right there for us. That's a plethora of songs that just definitely just hit different.
Fact.
I'm gonna have to go with "What Mean the World to You" because that's the first time I ever seen a stretched Lambo with a jacuzzi. So I'm gonna just have to go with that one. You know what I'm saying? And it just was lit. It just came at a perfect time, and it was just a perfectly executed and well put together song at a perfect time. You know what I'm saying? We was just getting off the shiny suit era. We ain't know where it was going as far as New York is concerned. And it come two dudes from Harlem, you know what I'm saying? And they I don't know what street they riding on, but it's a stretch limo with a damn jacuzzi in there. I don't know if it was Lambo stretch limo, but it was a stretch limo with a jacuzzi in there. And the video was lit. So song
Yeah.
was lit too. So I'm gonna go with that one.
You remember the video? Oh, so we going on vacation? I love vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the stars, just like yo, round up the crew. You know what I'm saying? We going on vacation. I love vacation. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that song. That song is top tier fire on the cam list. Um, I want to agree with you on this one, but I'm gonna go with Hey Ma. Hey Ma is my favorite. Well, it says what's the best, but I'm gonna go with my favorite. Hey Ma is always a vibe for me. It's a cheat code for me, and I gotta go with Hey Ma. The energy, the vibe is so New York City, like so.
So,
The video,
got shout out to Rowan Jack. He just mentioned that he ain't hear not near another one of these songs.
wow.
He got, you know what I'm saying? He got a little playlist he got put together, you know what I'm saying?
Tap into these 4 songs. That's a playlist right there in itself when it comes to Cameron. Tap into those 4 songs.
Give him them 4 songs one more time, son. Just one
Like,
more time.
oh boy, Hey Ma, Down and Out, and What Means the World to You. Fire songs. Great music. Great music. Great to listen to. All right, so I went with Hey Ma. You went with What Means the World to You. The chat went with Oh Boy. The rest of the world at 43% went with Oh Boy. What do you think about that?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I really would have went with Down and Out only because that song was so lit, and that's really when we started seeing what Kanye was really like. You know what I'm saying? This the pre Kanye.
Yeah.
This him getting the ingredients together. He just came from the store. He got the ingredients. The pot is ready, right? And he just about to put the sauces and all the stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was down and out. But I'm not mad with Old Boy neither. You know what I'm saying? Old Boy was just it was just pivotal in the high school, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? High school career. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
our high school career
Yeah.
was just a lit, you know what I'm saying? Just too many joints. So I'm not even mad at Old Boy neither. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. Facts. Shout out to Cameron. This is a elite rap list. You know what I'm saying? Great music list of songs. All right, moving on to our next popular opinions questions. Again, these are the world questions, so stick to the answers in the questions, y'all. Stay in the chat. Type your answers in the chat. Favorite sports moment on this list. Favorite sports moment on this list. Number one, Giants beat Patriots in Super Bowl 42. Number two, Michael Phelps win 8 gold medal awards for 2008 Olympics. Number three, Allen Iverson, MVP season, game 1 of the finals against the Lakers. Number four, Buster Douglas knocks out Mike Tyson.
Nah, definitely New York Giants and Patriots, because wasn't that the year that they went like 18-0 and
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And the one game they lost was the Super Bowl.
yeah.
And why that game is so pivotal. So I'm going with that one. New York Giants, 2007, the SmackDown or all SmackDown to the just erase the best record you could ever have in in any career. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
To win everything and then to go to the Super Bowl and to potentially win and then lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You're-
The Giants was supposed to get smacked that year. I'm just keeping it.
I'm we all was going, you know, we all went there like, yo, we this the thing about New York. We definitely gonna ride for our team. We definitely gonna ride for New York. But deep down inside, we don't know if we really gonna win that shit. I'm keeping it a stacky. Like, yo, we don't really our confidence be all the way there, like, you know what I'm saying, the face wise, but deep down inside, it's just like I don't know if we're gonna win this one. And we really pulled that shit off. We was could nobody tell New York nothing that day, son.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going
I
with
think
that.
be a crib that day.
Yeah. Yo, we definitely had a party. So cause
Yeah,
we didn't even think we was gonna win that one.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. That was real funny because the Patriots. There was nothing about the. I mean, the Giants played great defense throughout the playoffs that year. Of course, my Chiefs was nowhere to be found back then. But um, the last game they lost was to the Patriots that particular year, and I seen like their confidence. It seemed like, oh, like we could go toe to toe with the champs. Then these playoff niggas gonna be about a breeze. Like, so
I'm like, yo, I don't know, son. The road to the chip was harsh, son. It was a hard road, son. We have to go through Green Bay at Green Bay in minus 10-degree weather, and everybody out there sleeveless. You know what I'm saying? Like just
yeah.
I'm like, yo, nah, cats out here is different, son. They really want this game, so they out here just bare skin and all. Nah, we not. I don't care if we hit the floor and it's hard as rocks. We gonna
Yeah.
win this one. And Brandon Jacobs was just an ice road trucker. Just
Yo, people don't realize what 6'4", 260 look like in the snow and in the cold, running right at you. Like, that's
you you don't understand when you a corner and he break the first line of defense and you gotta come up and make a tackle. It's like, come on. I know I have to do it, but I'm not built for this. This ain't for me. But we just gotta shoulder right to the ankles, baby. You know what I'm saying?
and don't let a big running back like continuously break the line of scrimmage like on a regular basis. Like the corner gonna start talking to the front line players, which the linebackers and the linemen, like, yo, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stay disciplined. Y'all gotta stay in y'all gap. Like, what's the gap control at? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not gap discipline up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason why I should be continuously making tackles on this big 260 pound, 6'4", like just a truck coming at you. Like what's up? What's
No
going on?
need, son. What's going on up in the front, son?
All you gotta do is hit the gap. You play your gap, B. I play outside. Y'all take care of y'all gap. Cause he gonna score next time. I'm just letting you. If he keep his balance, he gonna score next time. So y'all better keep it together up there. Yo, it was a funny time. Me personally though, I'm not gonna front. It was something about AI MVP season, and in that first game when he was going toe to toe with Kobe and Shaq, and he was giving it to him too, and then had the nerve on the sideline, hit the jump shot on Ty Lue. Ty Lue stumbles and loses balance, and he falls on the floor. Now I have to step over him and just look at him like, yo, are y'all serious? Like, yo, he gave like, are y'all the serious look on their face? Like, yo, this man can't deal with me. What are y'all doing? So that's to me my favorite sports moment on this list. So you went with Giants beating the Patriots in Super Bowl 42. I went with Allen Iverson finals game one. In the chat, I'm seeing what else? Michael Phelps. I'm seeing Michael Phelps. The rest of the world at 35% went with Giants beating the Patriots in Super Bowl 42. What do you think about that?
I mean, that shit was serious because, like I said, I believe that was a season where they went like 17-0 or 18-0.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was a crazy season. They had Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? Like they had wild weapons, and this is Tom Brady in his prime. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So the mere fact that we even got to the Super Bowl was just miraculous. And then for us to even win that game, to give him that one loss, it was just, yeah, so it goes down in history. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
In my, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. I always say this: the most, and people may not, some people would agree with me, some people won't. I don't care, right? So growing up, I always wanted to see the Knicks do something or whatever, but it just wasn't realistic, right? I was never a Knicks fan, but I wanted to see them do well at least. You know what I mean? Because it's the city, right? I always say if the Knicks ever won the championship in this time frame, like for the Giants to win the championship, that's big. That's big, right? But if the New York Knicks win the championship, you won't be able to tell New Yorkers nothing for the next, at least for the next 30 years.
At least we're gonna ride that for a long time, son. Because it's been like 50 some years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's like 70, 71 or 73. What
So
was
yeah.
that?
about to be hit, about to hit 50, if it's
Yeah,
not damn near 50.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
So it's kind of hard calling ourselves the Mecca ball and we ain't like win one chip and 50 something. You know what I'm saying? It's just be hard to hold that to esteem because in the highest level of basketball play, we should at least have one or two in that 50-yard span. You know what I'm saying? We haven't done that. It's hard to like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just hard.
See, what you said made sense, right? But I say this all the time, and Knick fans hate me when I say this. The Knick organization is not built to win championships. They don't care about no championships. You can't live on no $300 scholarship money. So the NCAA assholes won't give you no money. So you gotta take your money where you can get it. Matter of fact, let me take this until y'all see the light. That's a little quote from the program, the movie program, where Albert Mack is trying to school, trying to school one of the young dogs on his team, just letting them know, like, yo, at the end of the day, there's a bigger play. With the Knicks organization, there's always a bigger play. If they wanted to win championships, just like how other teams play for championships, like the Lakers and Boston Celtics. Those franchises, they play for championships. Their reputation is built off championships. That's what it's about for them. New York Knicks don't care about no chips because for years and years they always got aftermarket superstars that hit after their prime, and then it was a wrap.
Yeah, it was a place where certain careers went to die at one point. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's why it's like, yeah, I'm a fan, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like you can't expect nothing else. Like it's gonna be a cool season, hypes here and there, a little hoot nanny. But at the end of the day, we already know come playoff, it's gonna be as long as the East win, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because for a fact it ain't gonna be New York, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be all right. As long as the East win, I'm be all right. You know what I'm saying?
And then my team is the Brooklyn Nets. We're far from a chip right now. Our team is on the rebuilding mode. But one thing I love about my team is that when we go for the gusto, we try to get the best players that we can get at that present time. When we go all in, even if it don't work out, like we did it with KD, Kyrie Harden. We did it before with Deron Williams, Joe Johnson, Pierce.
They'll put the players together, you know what I'm saying? They'll
Yeah,
definitely do that.
we'll move the pieces around, but we still came up, short. But I will say this: out of any team in New York City, even more so than the Yankees, if the New York Knicks was to win a chip within the next 5 years, New York City will be on its head.
Yo,
I
matter of fact, New York Liberty just won, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, they did, and they won it in the Barclays.
In the Barclays, you know what I'm
They
saying? Shout
won-
out to them. Shout out
yeah.
to New York Liberty, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the New York Liberty in the WNBA. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later too. I'm glad you had mentioned that. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion question. Uh, Best movie quote on this list. Best movie quote on this list. Yo, it's a lot of people in the chat. Well, make sure y'all tell me what's your best movie quote on this list. Number one, you ain't a cop, Jay Reed. Number two, you tough, right? Number three, see ya, and I wouldn't want to be ya. Number four, now you know you done messed up, right?
Mhm.
Let me know what your favorite movie quote from this list. This
Uh,
listen, all these lines is iconic in the movie Pantheon. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm gonna have to go with my OG camps, because they don't understand how that scene was just pivotal because my man was eating a bag of potato chips while he was doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to show concern, but really no concern because he was eating a bag of potato chips while he was like asking about your health. Like, are you good? Like, you tough, right? And just continue eating chips. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect, and it was just you know what I'm saying, flawless. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
real New York shit. Like, yeah, I care about your shit, but I really don't give a fuck. So, like, are you gonna get good or what's up? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And
Hurry up, nigga. Get, you know what I'm saying? The streets need you. You know what I'm saying?
that's a universal movie quote people use on a daily. I don't know nobody that don't use that quote. You tough, right? And I don't even people use that line so much. I don't even think people realize where the foundation of that line came from, bro.
That's why I had to add the part about the potato chips, because nobody talk about Buddy eating a bag of potato chips. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Like,
potato chips for me that just made that scene so iconic, son.
and then he had to clear the potato chip.
Yeah, he had to wipe
You
it down before
know what I'm saying?
passing the
All of
chain.
the,
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me clean my hands real quick. Let me not disrespect. Hold on. Let me
and
show
I
you the chain.
and I have a friend that's never seen that movie. I was like, how you never seen Paid in Full? But she quotes that line all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Wow.
at the end of the day, it's like people don't even
That's
understand.
that's blasphemy. You quoting it. You don't even know where you quoting it from.
You
It's just
feel me? So I
blasphemy.
you went with you tough, right? Me personally, nothing hits harder than you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You ain't no cop. I was just trying to be there for you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That ass's badge number is 4859, son. You're a cop for real, son. They
Yo,
read a whole cop, son.
you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Just hits the heartstring, bro. Cause yo, LL was hurt. Like you ain't no cop, nigga. Like we done pull moves, dog. You ain't no cop. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be there for you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be there for you. Like, like he was so caught up, he was about to body the other cop. Like the cop was like, yo, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, yeah, come on back, baby. Like, you know what I'm
Bring
saying?
it back. Bring it back home, son.
You one of us. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, you ain't no cop. Jay Reed hits crazy for me. You tough right in the chat. I'm saying they agree with you in the chat. You tough right. What else? If you don't smoke this, we have a problem. Sorry, I'm thinking like, okay. You know you done messed up, right? Yeah, the line from "Don't Be a Menace." I mean, menace to society. You know you done messed up, right? Again, I went with you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You went with you ain't tough, right? The chat is agreeing with you, and also you know you done messed up at 37%. The rest of the world went with see ya, and I wouldn't want to be ya. And that line obviously is from Wesley Snipes' New Jack City when they tossed Buddy off the bridge. So
I know
fire,
I wasn't expecting that, but okay. I wasn't
fire,
expecting
fire line
a
though.
fire line, you know what I'm saying?
Fire line.
Real, you know what I'm saying? Real joints like that. Like, see, I wouldn't want to be here. It's just, yo, we don't have sayings like that. My brother has sent me a video of Buddy was talking about, yo, we don't have those white sayings no more. Like, he expressed upon, like, somebody say, hey, beat it, twerk. This is like, yo, how clean is that? Yo, beat it, twerk. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, you right, son.
yeah.
We don't have nothing like that. So in the comments, I was looking through the comments, yo, some of the shits was just, it brought me back, son. Like, yo, we got some of them old sayings again. We gotta bring that back. But see you, I don't want to be see you and wouldn't want to be you is one of them classic ones, son.
Black Kango, all blue, very fit, like you know what I'm saying, with the choker at the top, four finger ring. You heard? Big the big what's the name of them damn chains? It's a particular chain. Oh my god, it's the rope. He had the big I would say like 18 millimeter rope around the neck, like and just salute buddy as his man, that stutter man, or just holding on.
Stutter man.
Like stutter man was wild brolic, like to hold another body over under the bridge like that for wild long while he pulls up in the limo and the hush puppies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's a lot of strength, dog. You know what I mean? That's not a dude you
The
want to
hush puppy, son. Oh man.
fire scene. All right, moving on to our next segment. Hollywood Need to Ask Us. We came up with this segment because there's a lot of trash movies in Hollywood that they're giving us that we didn't ask for. So we came up with this segment because we got better ideas. So that's rock. You want to start this one off first?
You know what, Hollywood? I'm gonna tap into y'all playbook. You know what I'm saying for this one. I need a remake of Minority Report. You know what I'm saying? I need an updated remake of Minority Report because when Minority Report came out, then you start like this was blasphemy. Like this is ill cinematography. The science, quote unquote, fiction is, you know what I'm saying, doing its thing. Lo and behold, majority of that stuff is like we got that today. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see a newer, updated Minority Report. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really got to spill the beans, but you know what I'm saying? Just showcase what's coming in the next 50 years, because that's what y'all did for the Minority Report. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Who would have thought we would have had when the scene where he had the shades and he's using the shades and the hologram and going through the files and guess what? We got VR. You doing that when you're going through your files to play your little video game. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So as far as entertainment, yeah, we got it. So we've been had it. So
yeah.
you want to see an updated movie, a remake of Minority Report, but I want y'all to show a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Drop a little melanated report. Yeah, you could throw Terry Crews in there somewhere, you know what I'm saying? He could act in there somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Give my brother a job, you know what I'm saying?
That's a
But definitely, son, definitely a remake of Minority Report. That's a playbook and y'all joint. So let's get that. You know what I'm saying?
I think if you have a movie like that, you know who will be good for something like that? Michael Ealy. I think he'll be good for something like that. You're not feeling that idea?
What movies he's done again?
Michael Ealy, he's played he's been in a
Oh,
whole
you
bunch.
talking about the actor, Michael Ealy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the lead actor, yeah, I could definitely see him as a lead actor
Hmm.
playing the Tom Cruise role and shit. Yeah, I could definitely see him pull that role off. Yeah, he got the swagger, and he definitely been putting work in Hollywood for a minute. So it's high time. You know what I'm saying? He get a leading role, see how he do. You know what I'm saying? And this would definitely be a role that I could see him do. So he done put in work. So yeah.
Yeah. Would you want to see somebody younger play that role though?
I wouldn't want to say younger only because it's a more of adult type of theme and a role, and I only feel a more seasoned Juilliard-esque actor can pull this off. No offense, you know what I'm saying, but you need to be seasoned. You need a little, you know what I'm saying. The gumbo got to be right, so can't be no young bulls in this one. Sorry,
He got to be from Juilliard though, or,
top tier. You know what I'm saying.
or the Pasadena Playhouse.
It got to be top tier, upper echelon. You know what I'm saying.
All right, all right, all right. That's a dope idea. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Uh, Me personally, I want a standalone movie. We're gonna take it to Marvel. Marvel is always a cheat code. Well, I'm gonna tap into a character that I don't think they even spoke about yet. I want to do a movie. I want them to do a movie about Adam Bashir, which is Blue Marvel. He's supposed to be like a mix of like Tony Stark and the character Shuri from Black Panther, where he's super smart and he develops things, but he's also very strong and uses his brilliance as a part of his power. And the fact his name is Blue Marvel, the marketing in itself take care of itself. The costume would be fire, at least I would think. And he's a melanated brother, so I definitely want to see the Blue Marvel movie, something like that. I would want to see Mahershala Ali play. I think he'll be good for because he's done with Blade. He's officially dropped out the Blade project. So people that was expecting to see Blade, guess what? You ain't going to see Blade be played by him at least. Um, So I think he would be great for this in particular. I would have said Jonathan Majors off the bat, but Jonathan Majors signed his deal with uh, the Batman crew,
DC.
DC. He signed his deal with DC. So he's, because he's not a part of Marvel. If he was still a part of Marvel, I would have said him first. But I would prefer, since he's not there, Mahershala Ali. Or I could also see, believe it or not, I can see the kid that plays Tyreek from Power. I could see that. Me personally, I can't. Michael Rainey Jr. That's the name, Michael Rainey Jr. I can see Michael Rainey Jr. playing the Blue Marble character. And then one thing I do like about Michael Rainey Jr. about his acting, once he really absorb a role, he does a great job, and he wants to be a part of the franchise. Like with Ghost, he wanted to continue the franchise. He like, yo, when they said this was going to be the last season, it was news to me. I was expecting to keep going with this. So, he really values the franchise and the longevity that, we could possibly get from this character. So that's just me personally. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our must see segment, must see movies, must hear music, must see or classic TV show. You want to start this off?
Now you can go ahead.
All right, so my first must see movie, y'all, came out in 1992, directed by Reggie Hanlon, one of the best comic directors ever. This cast consists of Eddie Murphy, Holly Berry, Robin Giffens, Chris Rock, Eartha Kitt, Grace Jones, Martin Lawrence, David Allen Greer, John Witherspoon, Leela Rashad, and Tisha Campbell. That's just the principal cast, and along with a few other cameos. No, yeah, I'm talking about this movie from 1992, the classic Boomerang. I was talking to one of my little cousins the other day. He's never seen Boomerang, and I'm like, yo, are you from our family? Because there's no way you from our family and you never seen Boomerang. So make sure y'all tap into Boomerang. Boomerang is about an ad exec who's on top of his game, not just with his job, but just in his personal life. Like, he's really who people look up to, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I didn't tell you nothing besides that, y'all. So make sure you tap in. He's a ladies' man. I will say that he's a ladies' man, and you have to see the rest of the movie to check this out. All right, so my second must-see movie came out in 2019, directed by Brian Kirk. Also, it stars Chadwick Boseman, Sienna Miller, Taylor Krishik, Stephen James, J.K. Simmons, Keith David, and Christian Isaiah. This movie is called 21 Bridges. Fire movie. Make sure y'all tap into about a young cop trying to live up to his dad's name. Uh, there was a robbery that happens in Brooklyn, and the cop is on their tail, and you have to see the rest of the movie. Great fire movie. That it feels and look like New York City, dark, gritty, fire movie. Great characters. Third must see movie came out in 2004, directed by Aaron Corsalt. Uh, Stars Vivica A. Fox, Shamar Moore, Brian White, Sean Blakemore, Joe Torre, Drew Sidor, and Sharon Lee. This movie is called Motives 2. Again, Motives 2, about another young guy on top of his game. He happens to get murdered in jail. His new wife and his best friend, and you have to see the rest of the movie. You see how I stopped that right there, y'all? You have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for y'all, so make sure y'all tap into, again, Motives 2, 21 Bridges, and Boomerang. So make sure y'all tap into those movies. Yo, any of those stick out to you?
Definitely. Which one? What was the second one?
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges. Yeah, that one. I definitely like that one.
Fire. Fire. All right, it's up to you, bro.
All right, so chat, you already know how I do. I always got a theme, so this episode is not different. You know what I'm saying? It's 101. You should already know by now. What do we do? So the theme of my movies is the will to survive. You know what I'm saying? So all these movies showcases life-threatening situations, and it just showcases the human spirit, and the will to survive is much stronger than any other will there is. So the first movie on this list is called, and all of them actually start with the, so it's just interesting. So the first movie on the list is called The Road. Came out in 2009. Stars Viggo Mortensen, Cody McPhee, Charlize Theron, Guy Pearce, Garrett Dillahunt, John Gregory, Molly Parker, Gina Pridgett, and Michael K. Williams. So this movie is about a post-apocalyptic world, but it's right when the post-apocalyptic aspect just happens. Like, let's just say like the bomb dropped like 2 weeks ago, and you just trying to figure shit out. So it's basically about a father and son walking down the road and trying to survive, basically, and just humanity and society is crumbling all over, and he's still trying to teach his son humility and certain aspects about humanity that in this type of world you may not want to showcase at all, but you still have to learn about it. Very, very powerful movie. Definitely got to tap into that movie. Next movie on the list is called The Gray. Came out 2011. Stars Liam Neeson, Frank Grillo, Annie Openshaw, Dermot Monroe, Ella Crozer, Jonathan Bertoni, Joe Anderson, Peter Geese, Dallas Roberts, and John Bath Dale. It's about a bunch of workers that work in the Alaskan tundra, and they're doing their last shift. They're taking a plane back to Alaska, but one of the cities in the main cities in Alaska. But they have this small plane get into a accident in the mountains, and you just gotta watch the rest of the movie to watch the will to survive. Very, very powerful movie. Again, it's just what if you was in that position? Is your will to survive that strong? You know what I'm saying? That movie really puts you in that mindset, and it's like, damn, I would not even want to work in Alaska. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna stay in Florida. You heard? So the last movie on this list is called The Ruins. Came out in 2008. Stars Sean Ashmore, Jenna Malone, Jonathan Tucker, Joe Anderson, Laura Ramsey, Jesse Ramirez, Dimitri Bahes, and Jordan Patrick Smith. About a young group of college kids. They go on vacation to Mexico. They got an excursion plan, and they go to one of these ruins. But before going to the excursion, they talking to these German guys. They tell them like, "Yo, we found this temple in an off beaten path type zone, right?" First
Mhm.
mistake. So they take that path, and all hell breaks loose, and really test the will to survive in this one in a kind of somewhat funny situation, but you gotta watch the movie to see it. So very intriguing how they played the will to survive in this one. So my will to survive movies are The Gray, The Ruins, and The Road. Check these movies out, and you might step your game up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what movie come to mind when you had mentioned those movies? The movie Alive, and it's like they got into a plane wreck going over the mountains, and it's like, all right, we cold, so it's like, all right, we got to overcome the cold. But when they ran out of those snickerdoodles, it was like, yo, what we gonna do? And when the bodies start piling up, it was like, yo, we hungry, and they dead took like a makeshift knife and was cutting off chunks of butts, like yeah, y'all buttocks, like chunk butts, and just sitting there just eating wild chunk butts to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my will not to survive. I can't sit there eating chunk butts. You know what I'm saying? I draw the line on the chunk butts. You know what I'm saying? We need to squad up and go get a lion or something, little mountain lion or something.
No flying through mountains, no flying through the Alps, no mountains for me, son.
So You know, I just always thought that was interesting. But dope lists, make sure y'all tap into our movies. This is episode 101. We've been giving y'all great movies every episode. Again, y'all already know. Tap into the movies. Let us know what y'all think. You can always hit us up and give us your review on the movies. All right, moving on to our next segment, our must hear segment. I started to do a theme with the must hear segment. Y'all seem to like that a little bit more because it's a bit more, in specific area of the artist. So this playlist that you must have three tough songs, especially for y'all R&B lovers. I'm about to give y'all something real silky, something real smooth. Alright, I'm gonna have to give y'all the Michael McDonald. You know what I'm saying? Real silky, real smooth. Top three songs you have to have on your playlist for Michael McDonald. Number one, Take It to the Heart. Number two, You Belong to Me. Number three, Stop, Look, and Listen. I know some of these titles sound a little creepy, but these are fire songs. They sound kind of rapey, but it's not. These are actually fire, lover boy type of vibe R&B songs. So again, the Michael McDonald playlist you gotta have on your playlist again is Take It to Heart, You Belong to Me, Stop, Look, and Listen. So make sure y'all tap into Michael McDonald. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our classic show or must see segment. You want to start this one off?
Definitely got a classic show. This is one of the shows I grew up loving watching. You could catch it on Paramount, but it's called Gullah Gullah Island. Came out in 1994. It has 4 seasons. Stars Natalie Dees, Edward James Edward Coleman II, R.I.P. He passed away in 2021. Ron Dees, Vanessa Baden, Simeon Dees, Philip D. Garcia, Shayna M. Freeman, Justin Campbell, Tristan Mays, Zachary Cartwright, Manola Valadares, and Irish Chacon. Basically, it's about a family living off the coast of South Carolina, and this is the first time I ever heard about Gullah Geechees. And growing up, it was on Nickelodeon, so his family would talk about their culture, um, having, these were shows like Barney and stuff like that. So every episode had uh, a theme about getting along with others, and their big animal was a giant tadpole. So Gullah Gullah Island was definitely a very intriguing show, and every episode they definitely was just showcasing about the culture of living off the coast of South Carolina. And you would think you hear Gullah Gullah Island, and it's like you think also the coast of Caribbean, but it's like right here. You know what I'm saying? It's right off the coast of South Carolina. So it was intriguing to hear about a different culture, but it being in our back door like that. And I think they got rid of this show because it was just dropping too much gems on this one. Like growing up, it was just giving us too much information. It's like, wait a minute, you talking about Gullah Geechees, the Indians, but y'all black people, you know what I'm saying? And we was getting this sauce at 94, and it was like, oh nah, I don't Nickelodeon, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So it was a great show. So definitely check it out. It's on Paramount right now. It got 4 seasons.
Yo, make sure y'all tap in, man. Classic show. Shout out to my brother Biggs in the building. Uh, from the
Yeah,
white beat. Oh, from the chunk butts. Santana spent too much time in Turkey. Yo, they stupid. Yo,
got tapped back in, son. They was dropping too much science when we was kids, son. Ghost Rider was one of them. That was a weird ass show.
yeah.
I ain't mad weird.
Shout out to Anderson in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. All right, yo. I'm gonna give y'all my classic show. It is a classic show. I haven't seen this show in years. This show came out when I was literally like born, so I didn't really enjoy the episodes until like later on. You know, when they hit the rerun circuit. But this show came out in 1985. Had 7 seasons. It stars Alan Thicke, Joanna Carnes, Tracy Gold, Kirk Cameron, and Jeremy Miller. The show was called Growing Pains. I remember this show being super funny when I was a little kid, and it was always a good time watching this movie. For those who don't know, Alan Thicke is the father of Robin Thicke. Kirk Cameron is also the older brother of, I can't remember her first name, but she played the big sister on Full House named DJ Tanner. That's his sister in real life. But it was a very funny show about a middle class family in suburbia life, just living a good life. You know what I'm saying? The air tastes real good out there, having themselves a good grandiose time. But it was just actually funny amongst the family type of structure. So it's a dope show. So make sure you tap into Growing Pains. They have the reruns on several streaming platforms. So make sure y'all tap into Growing Pains. I hold up before we move on. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got to smell good for y'all. You already know you got to tap into it. You know what I'm saying? You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you don't do good. This fragrance for this particular episode is commodity. The scent is called Gold and Bold. Like, come on, you can't even go wrong with that combo right there. Gold and Bold, like you winning. So definitely get your bottle of commodity. The scent is called Gold and Bold, and you already know. Man. You just gonna be winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, go get that bottle of commodity so you could get where you need to be. All right, moving on. Y'all already know what time it is. We already hit this mark. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snap, so you get classic movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. A restaurant was caught serving Popeye's chicken as their own at the Sweet Dixie Kitchen in Long Beach, California. The restaurant owner, Kim Sanchez, has admit walking 3 blocks every day to buy the chicken, then reheat them in her restaurant and serve them to her customers. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm glad she admitted it. You know what I'm saying? And not trying to like fake the funk and try to admit it was something that she made. She got caught and instantly admitted to it. Kudos to that. But on the other side, it's like, all right, you buying the chicken and then you know what I'm saying, reheating it, reselling it. Like, how much you charging for your chicken? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta make your bread back. So it's like, was that a smart business decision? Like, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be cheaper to just make the chicken yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's gonna take time and it's work, but hey, you own a restaurant. That's part of owning the restaurant, right? Is prepping the meals before, you know what I'm saying, the orders come in, and you gotta come in early in the morning and do prep work. I know you don't want to do it, but that's part of entrepreneurship, right? This is part of being a boss, right? So, I mean, that's not a boss move. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's just not a boss move. It don't look good for the women, you know what I'm saying? For the sisterhood. So I don't know. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Look at the chat.
What they talking in the chat? Send them to Turkey?
Send her to Kentucky.
Kentucky with extra gravy on it.
That's the extra gravy and the biscuit,
what
It's
what what he said in Stomp the Yard? A knucklehead
oh,
extra.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He want the biscuit with the extra gravy on it. You know what I'm saying?
Extra gravy. Yeah. I as as a customer, I wouldn't want to eat there because how much chicken are you buying at KFC where you have to reheat or the chicken all day long when your customers come in and they happen to order chicken? How much chicken are you buying? So I got to sit here and eat this chicken that's been sitting here preheating all day. I can't get fresh wings coming from the back.
I can't get jiggy with that. So
So that's the one problem. The second problem, the whole purpose of having a restaurant is learning, or not learning, but developing your own flavors for your restaurant. Like, if I had, ashes, meatloaf, and waffles, I want to make sure that there's an ingredient within my food. If the customers really dig it, that they're going to come back for that taste and that experience. So in my mind, if the customers is not getting that, and then from a financial aspect, it's just bad business because again, how much chicken are you buying to make, like you said, a profit? Because if Kentucky Fried Chicken costs, $4, $5, and I'm pretty sure you buying it at the Kentucky Fried Chicken rate, you're not buying it at the wholesale rate. Then what do you turn around to sell it for? $1 extra, $2 extra because you adding the mashed potatoes or something? It's like it don't make sense to me. So I just think as a restaurant, somebody that has a restaurant, people come to your restaurant, one, for the experience of that restaurant, and two, for the flavors of that restaurant. Even if it's not as good as Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Kentucky Fried Chicken hasn't made the best chicken in a long time, and it's fake food. But allegedly, I have to say that, right? But at the end of the day, I do not eat Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. Haven't had Kentucky Fried Chicken in years. They don't even make the best chicken. So you could say, if you're a restaurant owner, do the due diligence in developing your menu. That's a part of owning a restaurant. Having your own seasoning, your own sauce, what I'm saying? Even your own goop scoop. What I'm saying? Develop your own goop scoop. You better off with the goop scoop than going to KFC and getting, the value of, again, the retail value at KFC and trying to resell it for another retail value. So it just doesn't make sense to me. She did admit it, which is okay in a sense where she could continue to sell the chicken because she admitted it. She's not passing it as her own. So she could continue to go to KFC, take it back to her restaurant, and continue to sell it. So I just thought it was like super interesting that somebody would do that when you negating yourself from the whole restaurant experience of your own restaurant. So just interesting. Interesting. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. WNBA player Caitlin Clark is exploring the option of playing in Europe opposed to the WNBA due to a huge contract offer. This past year, the WNBA has been listed that they're in the hole for $40 million through this past year. What do you think about that?
I mean, they've always been the whole like just because we got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese hyping up the league, like no offense to them, it's a tall task to ask them to raise the league out of a deficit that's been there for like 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? It'd be insane for them to lift them up out of this deficit. No. Like you still be working at a loss. You feel me? Like as much attention that there was with the league, I found out randomly that New York Liberty won.
Right.
Randomly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I turned the TV on and it was randomly on the news. Like I had dropped the remote and it just changed to the channel. Like I wasn't even looking for it. That's how randomly that happened. So my point is that the the effect or the marketing of the WNBA ain't as large as it needs to be because I can't name you how many players, no offense to them, but I can't name the players on New York Liberty. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, me personally. You know what I'm saying? So the reach ain't there yet. So it's what she has to do. If she wants to play ball and make money playing ball, understand something like this is a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they go to the locker room, you think they go into a regular locker room. No, they got the when you go to a job and they have the harassment sign up on there, call HR. Yeah, that's what they got in the locker room because this is a job. You know what I'm saying? This is a job. We may look at it as an entertainment, but this is how they pay their bills. So if you gotta go overseas to maintain your bills and they giving you a bigger bag, then that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You are a professional ball player, right? That's your profession, right? You gotta go where the bag is. So if it's overseas, that's what it is. But the reason why you're going overseas because there's no money in the WNBA because it works at a loss. It's not. It's not my fault. Y'all not making it entertaining for me to watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all job to make it entertaining for me to turn in and tune in and give y'all that energy. So until then, it's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I just find it real interesting that we have a league that's connected to the best basketball league in the world, which is the NBA. If it wasn't for the NBA, the WNBA wouldn't even be operational. There's been several players that donated their salary, or not their salary, but a portion of their salary just to help the other girls make money. I remember Kyrie Irving gave about $2 million towards the WNBA so the players could, more players could get paid. Um, the average rookie or player in the WNBA is like around $80,000, which is not a lot of money um, if you're talking about the forms of professional basketball on the NBA level. But we're not talking about on the NBA level. We're talking about on the WNBA level. And the main reason why they get paid the way they do is because of the interest of the league.
But
Um,
but let's stop right there. 80K to put a basketball in a hoop. There's niggas right now that will die to get 80K.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You getting paid what? If we break it down hourly, that's maybe like 25, 30 around there, give or take, to put a ball in the hoop for 8 hours. You ain't even playing 8 hours, but you getting paid for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not a full year. They play
So you getting 80K for the
5.
year that you only getting playing 5 months. So you griping and hollering and complaining, but it's like if you manage this shit right, you could be all right.
I mean, not to jump subject, but you remember we spoke about last episode about Angel Reese saying that her WNBA check don't cover her lifestyle. She said her rent is about 8,000 a month, and she only
But
makes.
that's the problem right there. The $8,000 a month because you want to live a certain lifestyle. Like you chasing a lifestyle that what they say your body can't cash.
Mhm.
I'm saying like these old lines just gotta keep coming back because they just hit different. You know what I'm saying? Why are you paying 8 bands a month to live somewhere? That's insane. Nobody's talking about that. They just skip over and gloss over the fact that you paying $8,000 when 25, 30 years ago, that $8,000 a month could have bought you a whole crib. Could have bought, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not one house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so ain't there was another chick that got into the league and she bought land or something with her
well,
bread?
her team, one of her ex teammates, she's not in the league yet. She's still in college. She took her money and bought 20 acres of land in Georgia.
Okay, so I'm just saying, like, the possibilities is endless, and she not even in the league yet. So it's like, we're making it seem like, oh, 80,000 is not enough. There's people out here that's making it by with 50K, working 8-hour jobs. You complaining about you getting 80K a year, but you putting a basketball in a hoop that you only play 2 hours. You don't even play the full 2 hours. You probably played 15 minutes.
And that you like doing. You like playing
You
ball.
like playing. This ain't a job that is hard because this is what you do. You playing ball.
Mhm.
So what are we talking about here?
There's a difference when you do something that you not just good at, but that you like to do. When you're doing something that you like to do, you're not really working. I don't care
And
what.
then on top of that, it's not like, okay, you got this job and the 80K is the only bread you got. This is your one job. No, you also have other streams of income where you can pull because of your face, your name, your likeness. You can get deals and contracts and all this other stuff and make extra money. But then when you tell me in the same breath that you're paying $8,000 a month in rent, obviously your NBA, your WNBA check ain't covering it because how can it? Who advised you to pay $8,000 a month in rent?
Hmm.
So just live within your means. You could do it. It's like we don't gotta like live crazy. There's a lot of players out here that they don't shine the light on them, but they live within their means, and they make it seem like it's crazy that okay, you get a $30 million check, that means I have to buy a $10 million house. Why
Right.
can't I buy a $300,000 crib, pay that off, and I'm good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good after that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's
Or,
a
or why
perception, man.
not just rent and wait till you settle down? Hands down altogether.
If I'm getting paid $1 million a year, all right, I'm gonna get a little crazy. I might get a little 4,000. You know what I'm saying? Little, you know what I'm saying? A little something for a year. Cool. Little wow. But after that, it's like you can't do that for multiple years because that don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're giving somebody else bread and you're not making that bread back. So what's the point?
With
So
that type with that type of money, you could buy your own property
that's what I'm saying.
and not just buy your own property. You could build it how you want to, and you know what I'm saying.
However you want to, like, and pay fraction of the money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't jack when people who got it but don't know how to spend it or save it properly complain about spending it frivolously. Like I can't jack that. You know what I'm saying? Well, how I'm gonna feel? Oh my god, that's so sad. Like how I'm gonna feel that when you're just making crazy decisions, ill-advised decisions. Like you know what I'm saying?
And
None of them is intelligent.
so I mean, if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm if they paying me millions of dollars in Europe, I'm taking a deal, and I'll see y'all WNBA later on. You
And
know,
if she's smart, you know what I'm saying? You get your little dual citizenship because you're working out there, so you get a little dual citizenship. You can open up another account. Keep that overseas money in the overseas account. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get real funky with it. You just gotta play the game. Y'all in perfect positions to play the games, and y'all complaining. I just don't understand it.
overseas money is overseas money, and they just throw it at you. I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but in the 2000s, like you had guys leave the NBA because the Europe leagues was throwing them big bread. So I remember this guy named Merizic or Merritt, and he was on the Bulls, and he had like a real nasty number, like 46 or 44, something like that. And he was like a shooter, and they paid him a bag, and he like the Bulls was only paying him like 4 or 5 million, and overseas they wanted to give him like 80 mil, so he did. And he was like, yeah, he liked the Michael Jordan over there. Then I don't know if you remember Brad, I think it was Brad Childress. Was it Brad Childress with the big hair? And he
Oh
was,
yeah, some Childress, yes, yes.
yeah. And I remember another guy in the league, about 10, 15 mil type of player. They threw him the bag, the crazy bag in Europe, and he was like, I'm gonna go get this bag. So if I'm Caitlin Clark, I will go get that bag. I'm gonna go get that bag and throw the deuces to the WNBA. I mean, because at the end of the day, if a lead is losing $40 million just to operate and to move, they're not putting anything in place that's going to curb that moving forward.
So wouldn't they be somewhat in what's it called? It's not leave of absence, but it's like um forget the term, but it's like you like involuntarily
A
out of
sabbat-
work or something like not sabbatical. Nah, it's a different term when like your job is out of you still work for your job, but they don't got hours for you or whatever, but you still employed with them. You know what I'm saying? So with the WNBA, the season's over, but you still employed with them, but they don't got no work for you. So you gotta go somewhere else and get work. So my question is, if they go overseas and play ball, does that affect what they contract with the WNBA? Do they allow them to go overseas and play ball and then come back when the season is done over there?
well, this like the way the reason why this is even
Furlough, yes, thank you. That's what it is. Furlough.
furlough, right, right, yeah, furlough. So the reason why this is an option, it's only an option because their seasons basically mirror each other as far as the time.
Oh,
So
so they could go play overseas, get that bag, come back, play here. in the States and still
No,
keep it that. Oh no.
no, because like I said, the leads, the times mirror.
Overlap.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's pretty much the same time. So you would like we would think like, all right, so she played ball here, and then like for what month we in now? In this, well, basically November. So from November to July or November to March, so you go overseas and get it cracking. Now their seasons kind of mirror, and then the team overseas wants to pay her multi-year deal. WNBA contracts is normally only a year deal. So after that year is renegotiation time for everybody because it's not a league that can sign multiple
They don't
players.
got the money. They don't got the bread.
Right, right.
Got the money. You're not pulling in the bread. There's people not sitting down in the seats enough. Like it's not enough people. So it's like
And see
that's
what a lot of people
the situation.
what a lot of people don't realize, the NBA, you know how they deal with contracts, right? It's not the team necessarily saying, all right, well, we got this amount of money in contract money and we are the player. No, they do that off of the advertisement that they have. That's why the market continuously to get set because the market changes all the time for advertisement. So
They
when a
got too much money. They could just they making up these clauses because it's just too much money around. So they gotta make sure now not one team gets another advantage over another team. So they gotta create clauses where it makes it fair for everybody. But they know, damn, this nigga pocket's mad big because that marketing that he did last game because he had that important game that one. You know what I'm saying? Like he
yeah,
caught the flu game that day. You know what I'm saying? That flu game goes down in history, and he caught that, yep, the TV deal for that, and then caught the ratings for that. So he got extra bread. So now it's like, oh damn, he coming to the table with extra money come draft season. So they gotta make a bunch of clauses because there's so much money in the NBA.
one
It's
one
so
thing
much money, man.
one thing I could really say about the NBA because they pick the players for the NBA, right? But every so often, there's always a couple of players that they didn't expect to be like nice, like because if it was just off niceness, then the NBA would look different. But when a player gets on the court and he's undoubtedly nice, so now everybody is hurt, so now he gotta play. So now y'all see him shaking and baking every night. So now it becomes like the Willie Beeman show, even though that's football, but you get what I'm saying.
The
Like,
Willie Beeman effect. Like, all right, he don't coach act like I lost them games. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right. So like now he cooking. Now you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta show this man some love. So a guy that could go from sleeping on his parents' couch one year now could, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. Like when I think of that in particular, I think of no other than Jeremy Lin. Because Jeremy Lin was a guy that was on a 10-day contract. He was on the G League team. He was killing in the G League. They was like, yeah, let's bring them up. Like this person is hurt and that person hurt, so we might need them to like just to play about a couple minutes a game. He get in the game, get one basket, two basket. He shimmy shakes. Somebody like, who this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave him out there a little bit longer. Let's see if he gonna cook.
Let's
And
see if he cooking. You know what I'm saying? And
that
that's where your legend is born, son.
you feel me? Now he got the grease bubbling now with Lynn Sanity. You know what I'm saying? He left a lot of money on the table because Lynn Sanity was a real thing in New York City at the time. Like my pops could not stop talking about Jeremy Lin. He was like, "Hey man, do you see Jeremy Lin? Look Kobe in the eye and just shoot the ball and shot in his face." Like he was hype off of Jeremy Lin, and so was the rest of the city. So that's the beauty about the NBA, where a guy could be unheard of. He finally get his shot, and he just start boogieing and be like, "Yo, we got to get this man the back." Like so, and that's where they really get the money from. It's the market. So a place like New York City, if you burn it up in New York City, that's one thing about people don't realize in New York City. When you have a great story, you
It's
have
gonna rock, son. We're gonna let that rock. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if we don't win no shit. Don't matter if we don't win no season. If your story lit, yeah, come through, son.
and
Or
you cook it.
you pause, you choking your coach out in the locker room, yeah, come fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? You
Stupid.
elbowing niggas in the palace, yeah, come through. So you know what I'm
You stupid.
saying?
If you cooking in New York City, it's going to get crazy. That marketing is going to be crazy. If somebody going to write that check, be like, I'm gonna give y'all this back because y'all got this dude right here. Cause everybody's rocking them Linsanity jerseys. So
It was eating off that.
again, the WNBA is not looking good. They have to find better ways to market the league. You would think they will market to women because there's more women than men on the planet, but you
You know
know.
how that game goes.
All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Megan Thee Stallion is now charging 5K for what is called a meet, greet, and grab. So you get to meet, greet, take pictures, and you get to grab them chunks, them booty cheeks for 5K for the meet and greet. What do you think about that?
Chris Brown was just charging 1,100. You charging 5K? My ain't nobody trying to pay 5K to meet and greet and grabs. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a few, but it ain't gonna be a sell off like a Chris Brown event. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's going.
So it's gonna be a few. I'm not denying there ain't gonna be a few, but that's just crazy that you're paying 5 bands for meet, greet, and grab. And if there's any duels on there, like I just don't know or understand why you would pay $5,000 for that, because what are you gonna gain from that? Unless if you do some marketing shit, some ill shit to promote your shit with the picture,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe I could see that. But that's just wild and crazy to even just come up with that. Like it just screams that desperation. It just screams the diddler has struck again, because it seems as though like people are reaching out to like gain other ways to get favor from the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then to turn around and then spin our face with this $5,000 price tag is just crazy. It's just crazy. And again, the mere fact of the climate that we in, and it just showcases how a lot of these artists are really out of touch. You know what I'm saying? If you understand the climate we in, you understand like shows are not selling like that. You know what I'm saying? People are not really don't have expendable cash like that to just give to a favorite artist when it comes down to paying rent, having a roof over your head, or you know what I'm saying? Like going to a concert. Well, I can't even say that because there was videos of people paying for the Chris Brown and not paying for you know what I'm saying? Their responsibility. So again, for her team. That's a good reach for marketing, but I think you should lower the number down a little bit. 5 bands is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Lower the number a little bit, and you might get a little sell off.
Um, the support. If you got fans that's going to support you in that manner, hey, do right? But in a realistic world where it's going to go crazy, it's not going to go crazy. For that type of experience, like I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but you just want to grab some butt cheeks. Like yo, you could go to your local strip club and see the local bad joint. She may not be Megan Thee Stallion in name, but I'm pretty sure her body will be on top tier level, and you could squeeze you a little something for less than 5 racks. So if it's just for the experience of it being Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, I can't tell somebody how to spend their money, but I wouldn't do that. That's not what I would do, and nobody I know would do that. Would spend 5 racks to meet, greet, and grab them cheeks. I mean, grabbing them cheeks is something if you got that type of game, if you meet her and you know what I'm saying, and you grab them cheeks, and she wants you to grab her cheeks. But that's off a game. But you just going in off the top, just paying that type of money just to squeeze something and meet her. I mean, again, if there are people that support her like that, then okay, cool. Do what you do. But I don't know any bros that would do that. That would partake in that type of deal to do that. So, even if it was 1,000, even if it was a
Yo,
thousand, I just like men.
Not when you can go to the strip club and it's you throwing ones, because it's like, what's the difference between a stripper and then you? What's the difference? Well, because you sell records, that's the difference. That I'm supposed to pay more because you sell records, but we're the one buying them. Well, not me personally, but
Yeah.
so I don't know. That's just reckless to me. It's just crazy. It just screams entitlement. Just you just feel entitled that you could just ask for this kind of bread, and people gonna willingly give it. And that's crazy because people don't stand on no principle, and there's gonna be people who won't pay
I mean,
just
so
to prove that some type of insecurity. Like, oh, I know I got it, but you struggling, and it's okay.
yeah,
Everybody's struggling right now in some form of fashion. We're
yeah.
not being able to. Before you could get two, three things, now you can only get one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like the expendable cash ain't really out there like that. But
But
teach
he,
the turn though.
but see, it goes past that. It goes past that because even even when having the money, that's still not a good deal. That's the bigger point that's made is because when some people going to hear this, they're going to say, "Well, you just don't want to do it because finances or whatever." It has nothing to do with finances. Well, it has something to do with finances, but it goes past finances. Even when you have the money, let's say you got 100,000 in the bank chilling, so you have expendable cash to go do that, right? If you choose so, right? So, am I bugging if I don't want to do that? And
You
will I
gonna be
be
look. You gonna be looked like you gonna be bugging because that's the society we in. Because everybody mesmerized by the chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So in that scenario, you would be bugging, right? In the scenario of having it. Now, in the scenario where, not saying that people don't have it, but it's really tight right now because the economy is tight.
right,
You
right,
feel me?
right,
But because we in the chicken sandwich era, the fact of the matter is you could ask for that bread and people gonna be like, well, I got it. And you're
right,
like, okay, you got it. All right. Well, I don't got it. And I'm
right.
okay saying I don't got it.
But I'm at the age now where a good deal is a good deal. You know what I'm saying? And regardless, well, if you don't have it, you don't have it. But when you have something,
That's never a good deal.
uh,
Never.
right,
What I'm getting out of it.
right,
Because I gotta work to get the 5,000, right?
right,
I now give you the 5,000, right? So
right,
what do I get?
right.
A picture and some cheeks for $5,000? God damn! Nah, you can't. I can't give it up like that.
I'm not trying to diss the lady, but I could do
That's crazy.
that five. Like,
I worked hard to get that 5 bands up, right? And the hard work I put in, I wanted some reciprocity for it. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm paying for a service, so what service am I getting for $5,000? That would justify me paying $5,000 and feel when I drive home at night and I'm in my thoughts, yeah, that was a good buy.
I rather take
Never.
five. I rather take 5,000 and put it away for my daughter, so when she graduate or something real big in life that's needed and necessary, I can contribute that to her. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so
5,000 rainy day fund for whatever happens. You got a couple thousand to just rainy day fund. Let's
right,
do that.
right.
Go rainy day fund, because you know what I'm saying? Put that into some savings. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
that's
not 5,000 for no, I'm sorry, for no Megan Thee Stallion picture, meet, greet, and grab, and then 20 years later you're gonna pull a stunt on me. Like, nah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just it's like you said, it's not a good deal. It's not a sane deal. No logical person would make that deal. Like, but then can I say that? You know what I'm saying? Like some people going, you know what I'm saying? Like, gonna do it. So
And the only reason why I bring up is past the money because people find ways to spend it every day, right? So somebody will be broke, but they'll go buy a whole Louis Vuitton fit or a real expensive fit, knowing that they don't have the money for it, right? 3,000 right then and there, belt, shoes, boots. You don't really got the money, but you found a way to get that type of money to get fresh. it's not a good deal. You better off keeping it in your pocket. So that's what I'm saying. It goes past the money. It goes past the ideology of this day and age where people are like, well, if you don't got it, then you, or if you have it and you don't want to spend it, is deemed as selfish. How is it selfish to save it for tomorrow or find a better value or use for it?
My thing is, if somebody paid me $5,000 to hire me as a photographer, I would feel like, damn, for 5 bands, I gotta give him the top tier work. Like I'm giving you, like I'm going above and beyond. Like I'm damn near under the water taking the photo.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
be say Simon in the skybox. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it all for you for that 5 bands. I'm gonna give you that work, but so you feel your $5,000 was worth the 5,000. But if you paying $5,000 and I come out with a Kodak uh shoot and you know what I'm saying, I gotta go develop junk. I don't even know if it's saturated. I don't even know if it's exposed right. I don't know if I caught it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
yeah.
You gonna
Mad.
feel like, whoa, what? I paid $5,000 for this.
Uh huh.
You're gonna feel some type of way. But
Hmm.
because it's a star, the illusion just somehow like you just got mystified. You sprinkled the crack on you or something. Like the cocaine done got you confused. Like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a star now. Oh, 5,000. 5,000 is still 5,000. So the value of 5,000 is still the value of 5,000. So what are you getting for $5,000 if that's the deal that's being put on the table?
Hmm.
If somebody could logically explain that to me and make it justifiable, maybe it might make sense for me. Maybe.
It don't make sense either.
Now,
Either.
I'll be trying to give niggas a
Yeah,
little, hey,
yeah, yeah. You give people a shot, but yeah,
ah,
yeah,
yeah, but you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot anyway. So it's
yeah,
like, I don't even know why you put the gun out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Why you even do it? Because you gotta shoot yourself in the foot. So I gave you a chance for no reason. It's a cul-de-sac, baby.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Fact,
You
fact.
got busted U-turn.
Got bust your gun to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Or to put the weed in the bag, then get money. You know what I'm saying? Learn what a cul-de-sac is, then learn not to make that turn. You know what I'm saying? You know how to turn around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, that I'm. uh, if she got fans that's gonna support her like that, go get your money. But at the same time, it's not a good
Like,
deal.
do you really like your fans like that? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if you got the product, if they willing to spend it, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Fuck it.
All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Former Abercrombie and Finch CEO Mike Jeffries and two other men, Matthew Smith and James Jacobson, allegedly arranged for dozens of men to travel to New York City and internationally for sexual acts. Uh, they've been brought up on charges. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like they pulling out the playbook from what's buddy name? Uh OG, old dude passed away, Mr. Playboy himself.
Oh,
Hugh Hefner. This is a
you,
Hugh Hefner
yeah,
playbook.
you,
You have a business, right? Where it caters to a certain type of market. So now you need eye candy to now further push that said product, right? So now you quote unquote have an agency. That now agency brings in hundreds of girls to uh participate in casting, quote unquote, right? So during these castings, you know what I'm saying? Other shit be happening. We don't know, right? But this playbook we done seen many times before. It's the same damn playbook. Like how these people keep getting away with this for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? But I'm glad that another person is falling because it's now shedding light onto this industry and is really showcasing like this industry is full of some type of I don't want to say force or direction, but it just seems as though like a lot of these deals And a lot of these situations are not done in a proper light. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These situations is not being done properly. Like, and it's all for you to get sexual gratification is crazy. You did all of that, build a whole um clothing line just so you can create an agency, just so you can be around boys and young men to prey on them. That is crazy. The type of mentality you got to do to create a organization, a foundation, a business, make that shit pop, just so you can hide behind closed doors, have enough power to silence those who don't have a voice, or to make people feel like as though they're crazy, or to frame them with drugs, so that way when they tell their stories, nobody believe them because they got caught with some drugs on them. All because you build a business and you got this face. And mind I add, this face looked crazy. He looked like the clown from Spawn. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you had to pay. You know what I'm saying? So you had to do these things to get your way. And it's like, how is this somebody like this? You could just tell off the pores, he just looked like, nah, I don't want none. He passed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all continuously uplift these people for years, and then all of a sudden y'all say, "Oh, I didn't know." So we gonna see how this case goes, because it's not getting as much light as Diddy for some odd reason. Why is that? Because it seems as though it's on par. This is why I say this is a Hugh Hefner playbook, because it's an entertainment playbook. Because what, he's in entertainment, fashion is part of entertainment, right? So yeah, I'm pretty sure he had all white parties.
Yes.
Then he had photo shoots where buddies would pause glistening in the sunlight with no shirt on, all lined up outside, like looking real zesty out here. Like, what type of photo shoot is this?
Modeling the color socks.
But I don't blame them. They young, they try to get on, they try, you know what I'm saying? They try to eat, you know what I'm saying? They try to get their foot in the door, but sometimes they get caught up. But it's like it's the same damn playbook. You feel me? It's like, how is he not getting the same light being put on him? Why he not getting why he didn't get DEA breaking down his front door? Why he didn't get Homeland Security going through his crib,
I think his
going
bill.
through his pantry?
I think his they let him set bail. He's out. I think his bill was probably about like 2 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Why didn't they go into the crock pot and see the seven finger by the tortilla bin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
Oh, but for Diddy, oh my God, they gotta get Homeland Security. But meanwhile, all these other dudes is doing the same thing. So y'all picking and choosing who who y'all doing this for? Or is it about justice, or is this about somebody slimed you a couple of years ago and this your get back? Because it can't be about justice. You know what I'm saying? Because all these people were doing it for years.
Hmm. I've said this before. When they want you because obviously the level of eyes on one case compared to the other is completely different.
And the stuff that they saying about bro in this, and the allegations allegedly, is just, it's just monstrous to another level. Like, the mere fact that this man was out here doing, just making decisions and making multi-million-dollar decisions like this is, and then having this depraved mindset and then actually acting upon it is just crazy to me.
And allegedly,
Yes, allegedly, of course,
and
supposedly.
they're not painting it in that type of model. There's
Nah,
no surviving the Abercrombie and Finch former CEO. There's no documentary on that. There's no uh, public outcry to further check his kids out and see how they're doing amongst the alleged effects that this may have, or his family, or for whatever reason.
I
Uh,
feel I want to answer Rowan Jack. I feel that Diddy had a politician only reason for Homeland Security. I feel like that's kind of a cop out, because it's like they both in the somewhat in the same industry, because Diddy had a fashion line. You know what I'm saying? He had Sean John, and it was a big, big, big industry. So it wouldn't be far fetched if you had one of those fashion events or galas and him and bro rubbed elbows. It wouldn't be far fetched if you at these parties in the upper echelons of fashion. You're not. at the bottom tier in the textile mill. You know what I'm saying? You up here making decisions. So it's not far fetched for them to be in the same realm. So it's a cop out for him for that statement for Diddy getting Homeland Security and Buddy getting bail. How's that? How do you justify one and then over the other?
If it's about justice.
If it's about justice, you know what I'm saying? Because he
Right.
was drugging them too, force feeding them all from the uh, fr- from the indictment, allegedly. From what they said, it was really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? Just really horrific things that was going on. So I'm just saying, how does one pick over the other? Who administers justice and who has the authority to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So so exactly, if it's not about justice, it's just us. So now the people have to what the people doing. Because if it's just us and y'all see that and y'all continuously let it go by, then you can't be mad when they roll over you with that just us cause. Because when it was over there, it didn't affect you. But now when it affects you, now it's a problem. When we had time to say something and we don't say nothing, I don't know.
It's I, I mean, if we're going to keep it real, because that's what we do on the show, the complexion for the protection at the end of the day, and also allegedly from his alleged acts, he's trying to keep a very low profile. Some people might say, "Well, Diddy is more high profile." Of course, he is. It's not even close as an individual, as a person. But we're talking about entities. Abercrombie and Finch is a huge entity. This is not some small entity.
That's what I'm saying.
So with P Diddy, he's maybe the bigger name, but the entities are very is very close. So let's be aware of what's going on. So the amount of manpower going from one case to the other, obviously, it's not about justice. It's obviously about that. Because if it was about that, then he would undergo the same type of scrutiny and the same type of ordeal that P Diddy is going through.
I
Oh,
think I'm gonna go as far fetched and I'm gonna go on a limb and say because the majority of the victims were males, I'm gonna say that that's another reason, not to add to complexion for the protection, but another one is it's because the majority of it is males, and because of how male are viewed in society, a lot, you know what I'm saying? You could get away with a lot of shit.
right,
Of
right,
course, you know what I'm saying? So I feel as though because a lot of the victims were more males, I feel as though that's why, not the main reason, but some of the reason why
right,
it's like it could
right,
be easily swept under the rug. He can bail. Nobody's really talking about it. And like you said, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't chats.
right,
I'm saying this ain't Paco. You know what I'm
right,
saying? This is
right.
Abercrombie and Finch.
Yeah. Yes.
This is almost up on the same level. Not gonna say, but almost close to Polo.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Almost. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Almost. But
Yeah.
the prestige behind it and this whole the whole illusion of demure and this whole aesthetic behind it, right? But meanwhile, Buddy doing all these depraved acts,
You could
allegedly.
you could put an Abercrombie and Finch store anywhere, and it's going to be packed. The rest of the mall is going out of business. But Abercrombie and Finch, they're going to be packed.
I
Any
remember I remember there was a time when you used to walk in Abercrombie and Finch and they gave you the sense like, bro, I don't even know why you in here. Like,
right,
you
right,
shouldn't even be shopping in here. That was the energy that I got from Abercrombie and Finch. I was like, you know what? I'm good off y'all.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But it
You
stay
went in
packed.
there, the musk smell was just different. It's like, nah, I don't even like the smell when I walk in. Like, and then you got bro over here with no shirt on. What like, what's it? What is this? Like, nah, son, I'm good, son.
It was
I
it was
wanted a hoodie. I know
it was,
bro don't know where the hoodie's at because he don't got no shirt on. So
it was a
he
different
can't point me to the hoodies. You know what I'm saying?
It was a different kind of machismo. It was a different kind of
Nah, that musk was not it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want that one.
no oak with the musk, not a center oak.
I'm gonna tell you like this: you ain't never gonna hear me shout out no Abercrombie and Finch scents on our cologne segment. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
none of them was masculine, none of them was extra machismo, none of them made me feel like I could run a 4-3 down the football field. You know what I'm saying? Extra manly shit. Nah.
And not for nothing,
Driftwood. Yeah, that was definitely one of the smells. Driftwood.
Rowan
That's
Jack make, Rowan Jack makes a great point where he said, the men won't say anything. Like
exactly, because
they,
we in society we shun when shit like this happens to us. So that's why he could get away with it, because when these type of depraved acts happen on boys, young men, there's no outlet for us to go and talk about it and not get ridiculed, or later on get it get thrown back in our faces when we get in an argument with somebody. You know what I'm saying? There's no real place for men to really get that help we need to really have those conversations, so when it happens they can go after the perpetrators, and the
right,
perpetrators know that.
right,
That's why they prey on the boys and young men. That's why Sandusky got away with it for years,
for years, for years.
because boys were taught don't tell,
Hmm.
don't snitch.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then if you do tell, who gonna believe you?
Right.
That's the world men grow up in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. That's a fact. This is a story we're gonna continue to keep close eyes on because you know
Got to, because they're gonna sweep this one under the rug. Why? So, oh, I got a better play. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Something gonna happen where the chicken sandwich gonna have extra crispy on it, and you done forgot about.
right. I'm saying this is going to continue on and on, and what Bernie told Kyle Watson, this ain't over.
Yeah.
Are you starting? Like what I'm saying? This
You may play for the other team, but you still play for me, Kyle. You better know that. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? You got the blue jersey on, but underneath you got the black one on. Remember that, cuz?
yo. So this is going to grow legs, and I don't think it's going to obviously have the the attention of a Diddy, the Diddler, but we have to wait and see. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Um, damn, I don't want to skip no topics. The NFL has now what they call the Q collar, which players wear during the game, and it's like it's basically like like how women would wear like a collar for their hair or whatever. So something like that players wear during the game, and they put it around their neck, right? It doesn't go around the whole neck. It just collars like parts of the neck. So it's called the Q collar. In the Q collar, you'll see guys wearing this, and it applies light pressure to the jugular vein and increases the blood volume inside of the head that will help reduce the brain's movement upon contact. What do you think of the new Q collar for NFL players?
I mean, I haven't seen the design and what it really looks like. It just reminds me of all those collars from back in the days when they had mentioned, hey, like, I know the technology is different from back in the days and that's more scientific, so it might help with that scenario. But I don't know. I really want to see what the players say about that. Really, like that's really the bottom line. Who can really give us the real data behind it? If they feel a change, or they feel when they're going for a tackle, they feel their neck is protected, do it. Or if they went for a tackle and they missed and they falling, do they feel in the free fall that the neck is protected before they hit the ground or upon contact? You know what I'm saying? Any type of way, like that would be the more data that the we would need to really gain how well this piece of equipment helps the players play longer, be have less injuries, and you know what I'm saying, and have longevity in football, because we all know football is very violent. So I hope it does what it say it does and doesn't cause more injuries than it's trying to help.
The chat is funny, man. They said make Megan Thee Stallion wear the Q collar.
Yeah, that's why I can't like when I talk, I can't even look at the chat. I gotta like stay focused because I'm gonna just lose it if I read one comment. Son.
Yo, y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all are stupid. Um, I'm I'm all for it. Anything that could help these players walk away from this violent game in, game out, season in, season out, better, more aware, having full control of their bodily functions. I'm all for it. It doesn't. It's not a. It don't look heavy like a heavy piece of equipment. It just goes right around their neck or half their neck, and they just wear it and they run, jump, hit, move. And if this helps that, and for them to continue to be safe, I'm all for it. This was something completely new that I seen, but I realized I start seeing more and more players win it this past weekend, and I'm all for it. With all the new information that they get day by day, the information from when we played to what they have now is like light years ahead, and the information that we had when we played compared to the guys who was 8 years older than us, that was light years ahead. So I'm glad that they continue to grow the game because the game is so violent. Football is violent. Them hits are car crashes. Those are not hits. Those are certified car crashes. We're talking about heavy people, strong people that get to areas in seconds, and it's violence on that field. So you want to be able to do that for as long as possible, make your money, take care of your family, and at the end of the day, your body your is the most important tool in a sport like football. So I'm all for it. And I hope they continue to advance the technology when it comes to football. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Bernie Mac's daughter says the older she gets, the more offended she gets about her dad jokes that was on her growing up. So she said as she gets older, she gets more offended by listening to the old jokes her dad used to crack about her. What do you think about that?
I kind of wish Bernie Mac was alive. Maybe could have gave more context so they could have had a conversation about it. Now that she's older, and he would have probably shed more light as to what he actually meant behind the joke. You know what I'm saying? Or what the purpose behind the joke was. Maybe the joke was for a deeper meaning, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, he's not here to have that conversation with her, and it's kind of tough. And she's here only processing it from one side. And even though she grew up with him, she can't get the other side. So I can understand with that. And when you're only getting one side, of course, you're gonna feel some type of way because I'm saying the jokes are jokes, so it's only understandable. I just wish I'm pretty sure she wished she could have her father back so she could have that conversation one last time and probably get something off her chest that she feels she needs answers for. And fortunately, she can't. So it's just a tough situation with that one.
I can respect that reasoning, but at the same time, your father legacy is his legacy. That them jokes help put food on the table and take care of you. So there's a level of respect that is automatically owed to his legacy. It's one thing to feel it internally, and like if what you're saying holds to be true for her feelings, it's like, damn, I wish I could have that conversation. Then that's something that you keep amongst people that have a vested interest in your mental moving forward. The public doesn't have a vested interest in you having a better mindset and knowledge on the jokes that your dad used to crack that was specifically towards you. So at the end of the day, she still has her mom. Bernie Mac, from what I hear, Bernie Mac was married for a long time. He credited his wife for being a source of companionship for a long time. So you would think anybody that would know some of those answers, obviously not all of them, but something, it would be mom. And you would think that because he took care of you and was the man in your life, that you would protect his legacy by keeping your feelings in house in a sense where it doesn't change his legacy. because we living in a time now. It's like it's just so different. Like you said, we don't have the quotes that we did prior to, and a part of these quotes was just talking and saying what was just naturally being said. And sometimes it may be funny, but most times it was just something that just naturally needs to be said.
My fa-
So,
my favorite one for this one is you skating on thin ice, pal. You know what I'm saying? You skating on thin ice. You've heard?
which is a quintessential 80s line or 90s line in a movie. But you're talking about a particular movie. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, her dad is not unknown. Her father is one of the best, will go down as one of the best stand-up comedians ever. He will go down as one of the best comedians ever. So his legacy stands for something. So if she's feeling any type of way, share it with people that have a vested interest in her in your mental growth. So that's what I have to say about that. Anything you want to add to that?
Nah, that's it.
That's lit. All right, so moving on to our next hot topic. Almost lost it again. All right, so moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, this is I've been seeing clips of this damn show pop up all over the feed, and I think it's either time to get rid of it or revamp it. Love and hip hop. So I'm seeing all types of clips, and the reason why I say that because all the clips is based in destruction. What do you think about the Love and Hip Hop franchise?
I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time. Like, if I'm not with a female, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go sit down and watch it for me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, that's not something I'm gonna go and regurgitate and watch for myself. But if I'm with a female, we chilling, she happens to throw it on, I might entertain it, you know what I'm saying? Watch it. But that's as far as it goes. Like, I'm not gonna go out my way to go watch an episode because I missed last week's episode. Let me catch up.
right, right, right. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah,
yeah.
that's not happening. So it's like at the end of the day, the formula is still the same. People are still giving them attention to it, so they're gonna keep riding it out. Like the storylines don't have to be, they don't even have to make sense half the time. You know what I'm saying? It just as long as there's some fight scenes, some drinks being thrown, hair being pulled, you know what I'm saying? Shoes be taken off and all that. It's business as usual, as long as them checks getting cut.
I just always felt like because I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop in a long time, but I will see the clips pop up on TikTok. It just feels different from the original, in my opinion, because it felt like the first version of it was based in some sort of authenticity. When you have, Jim Jones and he's showing his love for his longtime girlfriend, Chrissy, and and a few other people. Fabulous lady was on that show. So we had artists that we could recognize, and I always felt like the underlying message of love and hip hop was the damn love. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to be on the show, you had to have somebody that you was in love with or you love. But it just feels like when I see the clips is always people that's moving out of desperation. Like, so there's a clip where one particular lady, her whole storyline uh, is that she works at a club, and because Mendices, he comes to the club and order a drink every now and again. He doesn't even know her. All he knows her as, hey, can I get a rum and coke or whatever that he orders. So she tried to bust him out like, yeah, when he walks in the room with Yandy and she walks in the room with her friends and he like, yeah, you know me, don't you, man, DC? And he like, I don't know you from nowhere. So they trying to create a storyline as that they know each other, and it feels like an act of desperation just to get people to fight. So what does that say about our genre, our culture? Because hip hop is a part of our culture. It's a part of everyday culture. So what does it say if we don't got no damn love when we got somebody on the show that ain't dealing with nobody of any real substance or value to the show that's somebody that's your husband or your fiance. So, like, what is your whole purpose of the show? Is for dysfunction in other people's relationships. So, where is the damn love? There's no value in a show like that anymore within the culture because you're not showing the real things on life. Where is people get paid to entertain, they get paid to do music, and then they go home to their loved ones. But you highlight the dysfunction instead of the love. So at this point, honestly, I think they should either get rid of love and hip hop or put people on the show that have relationships that's based in love. Because hip hop is really about love. Our love for the music, our love for this new energy and this veteran energy that you're gonna get. Them beats, them words, that poetry, that jazz. That's the foundation of hip hop. And now you throw love in that thing. Where's the damn love? So that's where I'm at with this show and seeing this because the girl was on there literally just to cause dysfunction with this couple. So what are we saying as a culture altogether? Like that's my question to you. What are we saying as a culture in that regard?
I mean, we can't say nothing as a culture because we don't control it. How can we have a saying if we don't actually control it? You know what I'm saying? And those in positions of power are compromised because they rather the check than actual authenticity. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like when we do put certain people in positions, either they compromise or they put in a position where they have to compromise their morals, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of the check. After a while, it was a point where it was authentic. First 2 seasons, it was authenticity there. After a while, they figured the check was bigger. Fuck authenticity. We'll fake it. And there you go. Somebody made a decision like I'd rather the money than real shit.
So if we don't control the narrative, why do we continue to participate?
I think it's though because they should have put people that look like us in front of us and make it look like they're running stuff. Like people thought that Diddy owned Ciroc for many years.
Very true.
He didn't own Ciroc. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? He was just a
right.
fake.
Very true.
He was just getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
A lot of people thought he owned it. Niggas
right,
thought Jay-Z owned Cristal. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they
right.
make the illusion look like that. Why? Because it's easy to get us with trinkets. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get us with little things. So when it comes time for the big chicken sandwich, it's like, oh shit, we weren't even ready for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just think at this point, based on adding on to what you just said, that is just desperation at its highest because
You could just see none of it. It's all bled out. It's all done dirty. It got nothing, no spunk, no spark, nothing left. They done ran it. It done ran its course out. So
Mhm.
you just basically seen the last bits of juice just getting squeezed out the lemon right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
little drop.
yeah,
Barely getting some because, like you said, the scene is just probably too terrible to watch because you could see it's forced. You could see it's not authentic. You could see like they coerced this situation. But
mhm.
before it could be like, you kind of could question it. You don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It look
right,
believable. You don't know.
right.
Now you know for a fact it's fake.
Hmm.
That's because after a while, somebody decided authenticity was out the door. I'd rather this big ass check.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they need to really get rid of the show. If they can revamp it and get it based back to the love because love is marketable. And I told that to somebody the other day, and they like, nah, we live in a world where love is not valued. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. We live in a world today that the value of love couldn't be higher because we don't see it enough. When we don't get enough of something, the value of it goes up higher. We don't see it enough. In the real world, love is what fuels you. It can sustain you for long periods of time. Love is what we need. Love is how we have a better part of our day if we have a little love in our heart. We couldn't get through the day just running off hate, running off just bare energy. There's no way. So at the end of the day, when we have this type of product that's being pushed into our society, because let's keep it real, I haven't seen this show in years, and I'm pretty sure that majority of people that's watching the show, the demographic could be anywhere from mid 20s and younger. So the ideology on how we're handling our relationships and lack of love and the desperation that people are going on there with to be seen, to make a check, to try to make somebody else's situation look bad or try to throw dirt in somebody else's situation is basically an act of self-hatred, because you're doing it to people that look like us and that's in our own subculture and subgenre. So I just think they need to get rid of that show, because if they're not going to revamp it, if we don't control it, so what are we doing? What are we doing it for at
Yeah.
this point? So, all right, moving on to our next hot topic. According to the Ricky Smiley Show, Jamie Foxx allegedly claims that Diddy drugged him, leading him to his stroke last year. What do you think about that?
I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm sorry. Like the reach is just crazy now, son. It's to the point now. It's like yo, I don't want them to catch me with dirt, so I'm gonna just throw dirt on Diddy, so that way nobody actually puts the magnifying glass on me. You know what I'm saying? Because many pictures of y'all being extra buddy buddy over the years
Mm.
at the party. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't know what was going on. Like, come on, my God.
Yeah, I don't know
At
why.
the party, Willie Beeman? What you mean?
Yo,
He
bro.
you said don't put a drop. My wife come back on Tuesday. You told Buddy not one drop. Now all of a sudden you don't know what's up. You was partying a little too hard, pause, and that's what happened.
Yo,
But you
bro.
don't want to say that because you want to keep your machismo look going
Yo,
and throw a next man under the bus.
not the no drop though. Not the no drop though.
Come on, that movie was showcasing how it get down, and that was an NFL movie. Like they entertainment. Like, come on. I don't say these movies and these lines just for show. Like all of these correlate all the time, every time. You know what I'm saying? So Buddy told bro, don't drop nothing on our sheets. And what he told bro, he said, I gave him a dap. And then Shorty immediately dropped the tray with all the drugs on it on the floor.
Yo.
Crazy scene, and people just brush past that like it's gua.
Yeah. Like it's entertainment.
Mind you,
Just
Bill Bellamy and LL Cool J having the therapy session in the bathroom with two broads. Like, whoa, what's going on?
sniffing mad coke off the nipple.
And that's a political party because they had the mayor all up in there talking about you're not gonna get a new stadium. First, you gotta come along, then you could get along. You know what I'm saying? You look good in the dress. Be cool, man. You're not gonna get 250 mil right now. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they in the back doing all types of, and it's a dare event.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
hypocrisy of the entertainment world. So now you saying you was partying too hard for 20 years, it caught up to you. Now you blaming Diddy. You still haven't explained what happened to you during that time of your health and your sickness or whatever. Not saying you have to, but it's just so convenient that it was a situation with quote unquote Diddy, but that was the homie though. Y'all was partying heavy.
Yo, I don't know why the term party still like make me laugh, because that's just wild, crazy. Like, yo, you know how we get down. Like, yo, come to the party.
Now,
Like that.
allegedly, there's this woman on not Instagram, on YouTube, social media right now, talking about she got invited to the party
Yeah.
unknowingly, and did everything in her power to get up out of there. So when they say party, it means you get invited in the party, right? So before you get in the party, all everybody get checked, all the phones get put away. Now you in the party. But for you to get put in the other party, you know what I'm saying, within the party, you gotta get chosen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get picked. Not everybody, just because you're in the party, don't mean you in the party. You know what I'm saying? That's a different level. You know what I'm saying? You're not there. You in the party, but you're not in the party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the episode on Drink Champs when Diddy was like to Fab, he was like, "Yo, we never got a chance to party." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "What are you saying? Like we partied before?" He's like, "Yeah, we partied, but we ain't never party." Like, and this the term is used for the we know what it is now, and he was saying it out and about on his channel because remember at that time,
Remember?
uh, Simps was on the Revolt on his
Right.
channel
So,
saying,
so did Nori have to go to the party to get his drink champs on Revolt? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like people just nitpicking. It's like everybody is questionable until you say what you was doing.
"Yeah,
You say you was at the party, but you left at 1 o'clock, you're suspect. Because how you know what time to leave?
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right."
It's your first time in the party, but you're gonna leave early. But it's your first time invited with all these celebrities, but you're gonna dip early. Okay.
Cause, but conveniently, somebody be like, "Yo, my man's he frequents the party, and he told me to like he tells me when to dip before it get crazy before the freak offs." You know what I'm saying? That's wild.
I'm just saying the way they describe the parties is like
And
you already get faded once you took that first sip of the drink. That's how it goes. So that first sip of that bubbly, it's already drugged. You know what I'm saying?
but
Just like they showcased in the scene of Snowfall with Scully when Buddy was getting mad with Shorty.
right,
He drugged everybody in the party,
right,
right? Through the
E-
food.
easily might I add, easily,
So what's the difference if you at the party?
and
What's
not
the difference?
and not to mention, because I'm a fan of Jamie Foxx's work, um, but he has said on multiple occasions that back in the day when he really wasn't that famous yet, he was doing, back then you doing stuff didn't mean you was famous. Like you could be on a show and not be famous. You could be in movies and not be famous. So back at this time when he said he was famous enough to be at the parties, but not get into the parties based on his name, he always brought him a camcorder. And he was like, "Yo, I got so many people on tape. Before they got their start, I got Jay-Z, I got Kanye, I got all these people in the beginning of their careers at the party chilling, and he's asking for them to do like a verse or get a cameo for his album, a collaboration for his album or something like that, and he has them on video camera. So like all this video footage, and you in with the in crowd even before you made a name for yourself, it's like those stories conveniently disappear because you've been at the party.
And you broke the first rule. You recorded. So how'd you get the leeway to do that?
But see, that was his thing to get in. Because back then, you remember, because we live in a completely different age. Back then, in the '90s, people didn't just walk around with camcorders, and the ones who did have a camcorder or a camera, it's like, "Yo, come in. Like, we need somebody to record this or take a picture of this monumental moment." So it's not like how it is now, where everybody got you know something that they can shine on somebody real quick.
Right. But my question still remains because if you in the party and niggas don't these parties been going on long before Diddy, right? So if you're in the party in the early 90s, right, and niggas is partying and there's no cameras and stuff like that, so people were getting away with more stuff, right? Because there was less cameras around, and you walking around with a camera in the party, who allows you to walk around with the camera? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Playboy.
Hey, yo, Playboy, come here, Playboy. Who allowed you to do that if
Right.
you in the party in the era where nobody really has cameras like that and you doing stuff where you don't want it on camera,
Hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not worried about nobody with a camera, but somebody in the camera asking questions, hey, you rap for me, and you in a party. Somebody have to allow that.
Yeah.
Somebody have to say, okay, now he good. He with us though. You know what I'm saying? Somebody have to vouch for you. Who did that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who did that?
Yeah.
Who vouched for you?
Yeah.
Because somebody had to put their name on the line so you could get in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You said that his face wasn't. It didn't write the checks that his ass couldn't cash yet, right? So who vouched for you?
Mm-hmm.
Who said, "Oh no, that's my bro. He good. Who did that when he was at the door getting hemmed up by the big ass bouncer with the fat neck? Pause. When he was like, "Nah, fuck out of here."
You stretching out my school clothes, you know, mad just all around the neck, like yo, hold
And
on.
the whole collar just offset now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's this is a legend he said on the Ricky Smiley show. I moved
None
to
of them, because even with Ricky Smiley, was it Kevin? Not Kevin Hart. Cat Williams called him out because he was going mad hard to get the role that Cat Williams eventually got,
yeah.
which was which was Money Mike. But the
Mm-hmm.
role that he sought out for was Money Mike, but they changed the
Yeah,
scenario. So when Ricky Smiley was going for Money Mike, the scene in the bathroom was he was supposed to get violated, and that's
yeah,
the scene he really wanted. So
yeah,
I don't believe Ricky Smiley. I don't believe Ice Cube. I don't believe none of these cats. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Because y'all all questionable. Y'all all got asterisks around in and around y'all names.
And Cali known for the party. I mean, we seen a glimpse of that when we watched because you had mentioned the NWA movie where it constantly showed them, with the party. I mean, they had chicks, but they was, what I'm saying, it was a lot going on. So you know, but we're gonna resurface this. Obviously, this is a subject matter that's not gonna go away. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. We got college football ash picks. These are the five games that I feel like is going to shape the college football playoff this week. So I got Syracuse versus number 19 Pitt. I got Pitt winning that game. I got number 12 Notre Dame playing number 24 Navy. I got Notre Dame winning that game. I have the number 8 LSU playing number 14 Texas A&M. I have Texas A&M winning that game. I got 21 Missouri playing number 15 Bama. I got Bama winning that game. I have Oklahoma playing number 18 Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss winning that game. So those are the five. Those are the ash picks for this week, y'all. Our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you tap into bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. If you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not, book that session, fly out, take care of your session at bigbravosection.com. You can also buy some dope photography on the page by itself. So make sure you tap into bigbravosection.com. You got a petty thought for us? Yo, his camera froze. Yeah, he froze up. At first, you can't tell with his eyes, but his camera froze up, y'all. His camera's freezing up. Uh, I would refresh it. I can't even see the chat move, so the whole thing must have froze up on me. Yeah, he gonna have to tap back in because he froze up. Oh nah, he party hard. Hollywood, the gayfication of.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, hold on. This is, I never even used this before.
Yeah, everything. It froze the chat. It froze everything up.
Hold on.
Yeah, and we got his segment too coming up. It, all right, good.
Everyone trying to give this sauce up.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so we got petty thoughts. I just did your introduction to petty thoughts.
Yeah, so my bad, y'all. So you know how petty thoughts, it's more so petty law. I feel as though words that we use every day, we don't fathom and understand the depths of the words that we use. So I figure if we understand the legal definitions of some of these words, we might have a better grip of what the reality we live in, right? So for this segment, I'm gonna go and tackle a lot more words in Latin, even though I may butcher them a lot, but a lot of the legal definitions came translated in Latin. So I figure if we go to the Latin words and really get these definitions of how they truly are before translated, I think we get a better understanding of these words, right? So first word on this list is called ley. So it's spelled Lea, but the term means law, the law, or the terms of the law. And in an old technical sense, it signifies an oath. So if you put an oath, the word is bond, it's ley, right? So next word on the list is miscegenation. So miscegenation is the mixture of races, term formerly applied to marriage between persons of different races, statutes prohibiting marriage between persons of different races have been held to be invalid as contrary to equal protection clause of the Constitution, miscegenation. So it's when they created the race theory, the critical race theory of how everybody are different races, even though we all come from the one race, the human race, we all just have different shades of color. But you know what I mean? Somebody will say, yeah, we all different races. Next word is inconclusive. Um, so inconclusive, that which may be disproved or rebutted, not shutting out further proof or consideration. Applied to evidence and presumptions. So inconclusive, right? So last word on the list is one of the words I was mentioning about Latin. So fuca et fusa means gallow and pit, or pit and gallows, a term used in ancient charters to signify jurisdiction of punishing thieves. So if you were a thief, a man, you would go to the gallows and hung. If you're a woman and you were a thief, you would die by drowning. So in ancient times, they weren't playing with motherfuckers. You get caught stealing, you hang, and a woman, you're drowning. So it was equal opportunity for everybody. So there wasn't no, oh, you a woman, nah, we gonna go light on you. Nah, you stole, they ain't care. So luckily we kind of evolved a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get more words in Latin for definitions for this petty thought. So I started with one. So I'm gonna try to get more from the Black Salt Dictionary. So the words this week are lay, miscegenation, inconclusive, and fuca et fusa. Yeah.
Lit, y'all. Again, don't forget to send some words to my brother so you can look them up for the next episode, which is Sunday. And and get back to y'all with them words. It's words we use every day. And the words we use them for practical use, but they have double meaning. So make sure y'all tap in and send those words in so you can look them up in the Black's Law Dictionary. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
Keep the lie alive. So my keep the lie alive for this episode. Uh, this is something I have to say because I'm seeing it more and more lately, get more and more prevalent amongst our community. Ladies, stay out of men to men situations. And I say that because I seen a clip. It started off with a clip that I seen a guy being at the airport. He's having words with another man, and they having tough work. They having tough understanding, and eventually the men work their situation out. But then the guy's woman end up coming back. She wrapped around and try to cause more confusion to the situation when it already been handled. So now you're going to force that particular man to defend himself when your man has to fight for your honor now when they already had worked the situation out. So a lot of times women don't understand that that you can make a situation even worse just by your not even by your presence, by how you try to handle the situation. How you trying to egg on the situation when you're not the person who's going to be fighting in the situation. So women need to learn how to stay out of man to man situations. If one man and another man have their words, have their altercation, have whatever they got going on, women, regardless if that's your husband, boyfriend, whatever, your brother, learn how to support your man or support the person that you're with in that situation from a distance. It's not up to you to solve a man to man situation. It's not up to you to do that. You need to sit on the side and if you're going to say anything, you need to be speaking peace to both men. If you're not speaking peace to both men, then for real, you need to sit down somewhere. Because if you stand up for your man and be like, yeah, my man ain't gonna stand up for it after they done finished their 1-2, then you're putting your man in danger in a situation that he really don't want to be in. Well, a lot of women out there that don't understand that there's a low level of violence amongst all men. And because that low level of violence, as men, we know when we deal with another man and interact with another man that not only it could go there, but we have to understand that that man has a level of energy that that man has to match. If he doesn't match that veracity and that energy, then that's not a situation he wants to engage in. Mind you, some men don't want to get into tussle just to get into tussle because it's really a waste of time. So that's why when men get into something, it's mainly about respect. When men get into something, that situation is going to work itself out. Have you ever seen a fight with you have people trying to break up the fight
Mhm.
and try to like yo like keep it separate and everybody that's like being held against the person, oh, they really want to fight something. But if you let people fight, if you like, yo, y'all really want to fight, we gonna leave. We gonna leave. And we gonna leave y'all in here by yourself and let y'all figure it out. It's a different type of energy. It's a different type of energy when you're by yourself. It's a different type of energy when a man has to deal with another man straight up and straight ahead because of that low level of violence. Because a man's mindset, especially as he gets older, he really don't want to do that. But if he has to, he will. So learn how to stay out of man and to man situations because you're only going to make it worse by putting your 2 cents in. You're only going to make it worse. Oh, you think you buff. Oh, you think you tough. Saying stuff like that to a man and dealing with your own man or your dad or your uncle or whoever that you with could put you and your person that you with in serious danger. because men, we know how dangerous another man can be. So, ladies, I implore you, stay out of man to man situations. Anything you want to add to that, bro?
If you chose the man, why are you not listening to that man? Point blank, period. If you chose the nigga, why are you not listening to him? Let that man handle the situation. You told your dumb ass stay in the car, you stay in the fucking car. What you coming out for? What are you gonna do against the man? Nag him to death? You can't make him do nothing. So what are you there for? Sit in the car and be cool. Let men handle men's situations. You chose that man, right? So listen to him. I don't understand what's the long talk about. You chose the man you lay with. Listen to that man, and there ain't gonna be no problems because that's the man you chose, right? So why are you not letting him lead? Because you chose him, right? So let that man do what he's supposed to do. I don't understand why you even in men business. It don't even make sense. That's an area and arena that you have no business being. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you 6'5", 220. You still a woman. You gonna get slapped down by a 5'9", 185 dude because he's a man. He's stronger than you. He has more physical power than you. Point blank. Period. So at the end of the day, you go get your brother. You go get your uncle. You go get your man to go talk to that man.
Women these days can't detect danger, and that's another realm of this.
That's
Is
not their job.
it, it,
They
it-
weren't built to. They weren't built to be checking no type of danger.
and that's
That's
why
not that's not their arena. Feminism got them all twisted. They mind is all gone. You think you could handle shit, but that's not what you was built for.
when it turned up, it turned up. So again, stay out of man to man situations. Yo, that's been a dope episode. Yo, we got another fire one under the hood, bro. Another fire one for 101 episode 101. I can't believe we in syndication. I love it. I love that energy. I love the support from all of y'all. Continue to continuously to support us. We love. Hit that like, that subscribe, that share button. Make sure y'all hit our rewatch. We have over 200 videos up on the rewatch, so it's plenty of entertainment and not just entertainment, plenty of actual words that's being spoken that speaks life into yourself, the community, some type of self reflection, and some sort of self healing. We share information, not just us, but the viewers at home and the people who are watching, the people that chime in the chat, our day ones, our supporters. They give y'all that word food as well. So each one teach one. So again, I want to thank y'all for tapping in. Again, I'm your host Ashley Lovechild. I got my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. My brother Santana. Again, if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit us up on Instagram. Me at Ashley Lovechild, and my brother on his Instagram at.
Bravo section underscore, yo.
So if
Well,
you're
that you know we laughing on the inside if you ain't see me laugh. So.
So again, if y'all interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up. Again, shout out to some of our sponsors: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. For those who got some merchandise, again, hit the email. Hit the email. We trying to send y'all stuff, so hit the email, and we can send y'all stuff. Um, Again, look out for the Overstand podcast. Why Understand? We go Overstand every Monday at 9:30, and we're on every Sunday, every Sunday, every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. We're about to cut out any second. That's why I've been speeding it up. Again, tap into the membership page. You see the badges in the chat, different levels, different access. And again, we love. Hit that all notification bell. And we're going to be back Sunday for another Dope Fire Show, episode 102, this Sunday. And y'all already know it's love. And we out of here.
Yo, out.